Hey guys, Anthony here, Bibles and Barbells. It is Sunday, June 7th, 2020. Um, just wanted to do a quick follow up video on the video I posted the other day. Apparently, the protests went smoothly up in my old hometown of Harrison, New York, in the Westchester County area. However, yesterday or the day before, a black uh, man fleeing the police was shot and killed in New Rochelle. While fleeing, supposedly he pulled a gun on the officers after he was tasered, and the officer shot and killed him. So I don't know what the ramifications are going to be for that event. If anyone does have any updates on that, they could send it. I'll be checking into that as well with my sources up in New York. But as far as my area is concerned, everything's been pretty quiet. I know in the actual city area, the downtown Charlotte area, there has been some issues, some protests slash things getting out of control. Police are being accused of using heavy-handed tactics. And guys, this goes back to what I've been telling you on my channel. Again, I stress it. This defund the police movement is just a cover for nationalization. I've said this for years on my channel. Go back and look for videos that I posted years ago, back when I was in Florida. They were looking to do this during the Obama administration. They were setting this up. This is nothing new. Now that they have a narrative, something to go on, they're pushing the agenda again. And so defunding the police, it doesn't mean they want to get rid of police in all the neighborhoods. That's what they're getting people thinking that, so that you'll comment and say things that, oh, you're crazy, wanting to get rid of the police. What they really want to do is nationalize the police under one head, sort of like what they did on a scale with the Homeland Security at the airports after 9/11. Where now the government has command and control of all of those guards or those people that work for the TSA. Okay, so they want to do the same thing with the police, get everything under one headship so they can control it and utilize it for their advantage. They'll use things like better coordinated training. Everybody will be on the same page. There won't be different, modes of operation around the country as there are now, in decentralized policing in the communities around the country. And it'll bring everybody under one command and control structure. How that'll affect the common people is detrimental. Just look around the world in any socialist or communist country like Cuba, Venezuela, where that has been done, and you'll quickly see that the people in power, once they have that, they have an instant army at their disposal. So that's one comment I wanted to make. Another one is going back and forth with some people on my on a chat that I was having. People tell me, Anthony, wouldn't Fox News be reporting this if this or this was taking place? I think the topic was what happened to all the billion rounds of ammo that Obama distributed right before he left office. Where did all that ammo go? What was the purpose of putting generals in the military in charge in certain positions or in certain sectors of our military? One of the criteria was they had to be willing to fire on Americans. Those that didn't or said they wouldn't do that were taken out, and new ones put in there that were going to follow that narrative. So that was done. You could research it. You can look it up. Why Fox News hasn't covered it is exactly what I told the gentleman that I was going back and forth with dialogue with, was that Fox News, CNN, and all these, they go back and forth. They're two sides of the same coin. You're not going to get all the news from Fox News if that's what you're waiting for. You're not going to really know what's going on or the real true agenda unless you get the news somewhere else. Other sources. Do your own research to It's a World Wide Web out there right now. You could research things. You can talk to people. You can read books that were written on these subjects. You can research and get your own information. Don't rely on the mainstream media, even Fox News, to give you what's really going on. Because right now, everybody's covering these events. It's just something that the globalist media wants you to see, and you're seeing it now around the world. I highly doubt that this just was a grassroots thing that now is spread all around the world. The same way coronavirus came about, to bring about and help cover the financial collapse that's taking place. All of this is planned. The pandemic, the economic collapse, the what you're seeing now, the riots and the gathering of subversive groups around the country, this is something to really take seriously. Now they're probing into the suburbs. You'll see videos online on YouTube that are covering this. Towns and cities that have already encountered this, that have showed signs of force, a pushback. These people understand one thing, and that's pushback. It's a show of force. So in your community, if you have the ability to get involved with a policing program or a community watch program, or just do what I do. I go out on my own every night and I walk around several miles a day around the community and the surrounding areas. In fact, every time I go out, I'm on a recon mission. I'm looking for people that I don't think belong in the area, that may be scouting the area, people that could be subversives, planning to do any type of damage to my community, and I will go back and alert proper individuals of that fact. And so that's what I'm doing. And if everybody did that in their respective communities, there would be a lot less chance of something bad going awry, or when something bad does go awry, they will meet an equal or an opposing force, rather than just be able to go in like they are now into the cities and loot, steal, pillage at will. Okay? These are not peaceful protests, although they're trying to get you to believe that. There may be a faction that does want to peacefully assemble, but again, other channels have talked about it. We can peacefully, you and I can also peacefully assemble and counter protest. That's our right as well. And we also have the Second Amendment right on our side as well, to keep our communities, our homes, and our businesses safe. So that's what I want to drill home today in this video, is continue to prepare, continue to stay aware of your surroundings, and other sources of communication like ham radio, scanners. Those are things where you could pick things up in your community. You'll hear chatter, you'll hear people talking, and you could pick things up that way. So that's another way that I strongly encourage it. I'm going to post a video soon today, hopefully later on my tactical vest, my armor vest, my armor plate carrier. I added a special antenna that weaves up through that armor or plate carrier, and I could hook my ham radio to it without an antenna jetting up on my side or in my face. The antenna is weaved and out the back of the vest, and I've got very good reception with it. I've tested it, and you'll see in the video. I tested in the video and show you on a simplex channel, a ham radio simplex channel, that that it does in fact work. And I'll put the link to the cat tail antenna in the description box of that video. But these are all things you need to be thinking about. I got the comment from somebody after I had dialogue with him back and forth, explaining to him that basically he's had his eyes shut for the last several years to open them, not to rely on CNN and Fox for his information. His answer was, well, I can't wait till the Steelers and the Rangers start playing. So if that's the mentality, and if that's the attitude that people want to take, oh, this is all going to go away suddenly, and when football or hockey season starts, everything's going to go back to normal. All 50, 60 million people are going to go back to work. The dollar is going to do great. Oil is going to do great. China and India are going to cancel their aggression. We're going to pull our ships out of the Caribbean that are encircling Venezuela right now. Iran's going to stop. All the Middle East wars are going to stop. All the hatred towards Israel is going to stop when football season starts. No, it is not. What we have upon us right now is just the beginning. It's going to continue. You're going to see sides being taken. You're going to see Hollywood and the sports world cower to this and support it. You're going to see regular mainstream people kneeling in the streets, something I won't do. I support one thing, and that's the Word of God. What the Word of God tells me is to be gentle, but to be sharp. Keep my wits sharp. To be sharp like a serpent. Be gentle as a dove, though. So, although I can wield power, I'm to use it and to take the Word of God first and how it leads me. And if so be, I have to defend my life, my family, my community, I will. Don't mistake meekness for weakness, is what I'm saying. Okay? You don't have to bow down to these globalists, to their agenda. It's an agenda that's being perpetrated around the world. It's backed, it's financed. There's a military wing, a communication wing. The same thing an army has, this agenda has. This is not organic. This is planned. They have operatives on all different levels that are operating right now in the United States and have been for quite some time. So keep your eyes peeled every time you go out. Be ready to observe and be ready for action if needed. Every time you step onto the set. Every time I step onto the set, meaning every time I walk out my door, I am ready for something to happen. Even though many times nothing does happen, I'm ready for something to happen. An emergency. Okay, a scanner is a great way to find out what's going on in the area. When you start hearing calls continuing to come through of things, you'll know something's going on. So every time you step out onto the set, be ready. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, whatever that is, be ready. All those things go together to form who you are. Make your own opinions. Gather intelligence. Pray, prep, train, condition your body, diet, exercise. Things that are going to help you now and moving forward into the future. Let me know what you think, guys. Anthony signing off. Stay ready.